morning, everybody. This is Morten from INKISH TV, and today I have the pleasure of talking to a young guy from Spain. His name is Nestor, and he works for People and Technology. So, Nestor, welcome to INKISH. Great to see you.
Thank you, Morten. It's a pleasure to attend you.
The first time I heard about your company, and that is, I'm sorry for my ignorance because I should have known your company, but that was actually last year at the Seiko Open Week. Your company have a quite interesting story. Maybe you could just bring our audience up a little bit to speed, how you got into this crazy industry and what kind of products you do.
Yes, of course. We have a long history. So our company was born because of the ceramic tiles, because we are located in the area of Castellón, where there are a lot of tile manufacturers. And they had a problem with the printheads and the ink pigments, so they need to clean printheads. And that's why we started building the CleanJector machine for cleaning and recovering printheads. And from this point, we started to build machines for testing the heads. And also because there are a lot of ink manufacturers here in this area, the same machine was focused also for testing inks. And for example, now we are using these machines for testing UV lamps.
Mm-hmm.
That's the case. And these machines are also used for people who want to develop new printer machines or who wants to start a new project, because with this machine is very simple and it's small and it's very powerful. You can test a lot of things. It's single pass printers machines, so you can test waveforms, you can test the printhead discharge, you can change the ink very easily. So that's the main features that move us to this.
And for people that don't know, I think that you are pretty fortunate because starting out of as the ceramic and the tile segment is that I think that is what people not always think of, but this is maybe the segment in the industry that has converted the fastest to go all digital. As far as I remember, I think it's like more than 90% of all tiles today are digitally printed. Is that correct?
Yes, the inkjet technology was a revolution for the ceramic companies. And I think also, in general, it's a disruptive technology because it gives you a lot of flexibility in the production. And that's what I think is the main point for the tile manufacturers in this global market. So they can change the decoration models very easily, and they can produce different formats. And it's a very flexible technology for them.
I remember also when I was talking to your colleague Roberto from when I visited Seiko Open Weeks last year, that the test beds you have and the cleaning machines you have, it seems like something that is really valuable for people that are going into the inkjet market, because basically, as far as I remember, you had like a machine where you can test different print heads, different inks, different kind of drying methods in just one machine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think now in these days it's very important to keep the sustainability of the printheads. So in the past, when you had a problem with a printhead, you had to replace it with a new printhead. Now it's very easy to clean it and to recover it and use it again. And we provide the machines for the customers, but we also offer the service, so people can send us the printheads and we return them back the printheads clean.
And I would say with the focus on inkjet in all segments of both the printing industry and also the industrial print industry, it's not a bad time to be People and Technology as a company, is it?
Yes, we are working with a lot of customers, and our machines are ready for all of the areas, like people who want to decorate wood, cardboard, glass, also ceramics. We use UV inks, water-based inks. We are open to work with everybody. I think that's the main point of our company.
When it comes to cleaning, I can't help think about that. I mean, one of the reasons why people use UV inks is because with the flash of a UV lamp, it is instantly cured. doesn't that give you some kind of challenges when you clean ahead?
Yes, at the beginning it was a challenge to clean this kind of printheads. Now we have developed the cleaner liquid. It's special for these printheads, and it's also universal for all kind of UV inks.
Oh,
But I think that the most difficult is not also the kind of the ink, but I will say that the most difficult is to clean printheads with more resolution than less, because the size of the nozzles is lower, and then the cleaning process is more smooth, is smoother. So it's not more the kind of the ink than the resolution of the printhead, I will say.
okay, and that's interesting because I mean, again, if you look at the ceramic market, I think that you can even print nice tiles with as low resolutions as 300 dpi's. But if you look at some of the other segments of the industry, both in textile and also in paper-based, I mean, you really want it to be 2400 dpi's or higher, right? So I can imagine that the challenges that you're talking about is not getting easier these days.
Yes, the ceramic companies started, I think, at the beginning of the inkjet revolution, they were printing at 180 dpi's.
Oh, really? Okay.
Now they are printing, I I think at 360 dpi's is the most used resolution.
Mhm.
But of course, now people want more quality and more resolution, so they are moving to 400, 600 dpi's in ceramics. In other markets, of course, 600 dpi is the most common,
Mm.
and also 1200 it's also.
Mm.
I think
Um,
it's difficult to see the difference, but people want
yeah,
more quality, and I can understand. Yes.
yeah, I think you're right, but I also think that I know that's not the business of people in technology, but I mean the higher resolution. I think also when it comes to quality, that it has also influence on a broader gamut, right? So sometimes if you need to have a broader gamut, just printing with a few types of inks, maybe that is also one of the reasons for it. Well,
Hmm.
Nestor, I was just thinking, your role. I mean, I think I saw on your LinkedIn profile or is in your mail signature. Are you like a programmer or what? What is your role?
Yes. Yes, I'm computer engineer, and I'm the responsible of the software here in the company. So my main, I spend the hours here developing the software for the printers. So I can say that I'm an expert in testing printheads and testing waveforms and transforming images for the printheads and with electronics also. That's my role here.
I think it's interesting to hear because I mean, if you look at, I mean, all printing companies and all print vendors today, of course, have computer people employed. But it's funny to see how the transformation is going, right? Because more and more in our industry, even though the output is analog, you still need more and more control on the processes. And I take also when you have like the output of a printhead, you need to be quite skilled programmer to make sure that it actually delivers what's supposed to, right?
Yes, nowadays you have to know about everything. You have to understand how a printhead works, how the ink must flow through the printhead. You have to know about the substrate, if a textile, wood. You have to understand about the lamps, UV lamps, dryers, because you have to join all the technologies together and
Mm.
make it works.
Of course.
So it's not
And
only software; it's everything.
No, no, I can understand that. So when you look at, I mean, one of the reasons why we have this chat today is because we will meet each other in person in just a few weeks' time at the IST UV days in Germany, and you mentioned to me this is the first time that you participate there. Just before we talk about the UV days and what to expect from there, I was just wondering, from a programmer's perspective and from a manufacturer's perspective, is there a huge difference working with UV inks, water-based inks when it comes to, I mean, specifically your job, or how was that?
At the beginning was a challenge work with, for example, from ceramic inks, that is what we were used to work, to move to water-based inks, for example, because you have to include a lot of devices like the gassers, or you have to make another ink regulations. In case of managed electronics, it's or the software or the preheads is very similar.
Okay.
But also you have to work with different printing resolutions. You have to work with, I don't know, a lot of parameters. That's everything was new for us, and also for UV inks, you have to start with integration of UV lamps. That now we have the machines ready for it, and it looks easy, but there were a lot of tasks before this.
Mm. Again, I have one more question before being a programmer. I think that I don't know how it's in Spain, but when I've traveled the world and talked to companies both on the OEM side and also on the printer side, it seems to be a challenge to be attractive for young people to get into the industry. With the knowledge that you have as a programmer, do you see a intellectual challenge in a good way as a programmer, also working with this crossover between analog and digital? I mean, I think that I remember. I think that when I spoke to a young woman, Rita, who won a prize from Intergraph from Spain last year, or no, Portugal last year, and she was like, "Yeah, all the designers, all the programmers, and all the people, young people, they want to work with Facebook and Apple and all these kind of things and Google, right?" I was just thinking that, can you see also for people that might be interested in working as a programmer that this is also a good challenge?
Yes, it's a part of building a printer.
Mm.
I think also is the most visible, the interface of the software, and the people who use the machine has to understand the software, has to be related with it, and has to know a lot of things about it. So the software must be user friendly, must be easy to work with it, and also the software has to be open to to be to can change all the parameters of a printer, like the frequencies, the speeds, and open to future updates, because in our case we are every time including new features.
Of course.
The development of the software never stops.
Mm. So you say that there is good challenges even for people that are, I mean, in this industry. So that's great. I just, we
Mm.
have to promote the industry for young people as well. So that's, thank you very much, sir. At UV Days, I mean, I understand that, of course, you're interested because you will probably meet system integrators and customers, also potential customers for, I mean, everybody who's buying inkjet heads needs to know about people and technology. But why have you decided to go this year and not earlier?
Yes, I think that our company is being bigger every year, and now we have developed the technology for UV lamps. We have a stable machine for printing with it, and I think that it's a good opportunity for us to meet people and companies who have projects with UV lamps, because we can help them to start with their projects, and our technology, I think, is very good for learning how the UV lamps work, and to test the inkjet technology mixed with this technology.
Mm.
So I think that we can help a lot of companies.
Mm. And for the people that go to IST UV days, I mean, will you have machines on your booth, or is it more like a conversation type of exhibition you have?
No, we always visit an exhibition. We try to mount our machines and make real demonstrations. So in this exhibition, we are going to have a backtrack printer. You know, our printer for labeling with the printhead against the gravity, printing from bottom to up.
Mm-hmm.
We will have a small ink tester with 2 UV inks for printing cardboard, and also we will have the biggest machine, the Inkester Pro. It will be mounted with with 6 color bars, primer, CMY key, and varnish ink. And we are going to make demonstrations every time, so people can come to our machines, and we will teach him how they work.
Okay. And who is the typical customer? Is it only the OEMs, or is it also like printing companies, or who is your typical customer?
No, we have a lot of variety of customers. Mainly, I will say that our main customer is ink manufacturers who wants to test printheads with their inks to understand how it works. Also, people who want to clean printheads to know how the state of the printhead. People who wants to make, for example, quality controls in laboratories, because we have small machines for this. But also people who want to develop new printers, who want to start the first test with this machine, because it's very fast to work with this machine and make an idea of how it works to start the new development. If you want to compare rings, printheads, lamps, also, you can test everything. So also printhead manufacturers have this machine. I think that it's very open, this machine, so everybody can use it. It's not we are not focused in a market.
Okay. Is that, I mean, of course it is, I mean, I think that I come from the, let's say, the graphics commercial printing industry, and we see inkjet very much as a, in some segments, as a starting point. But of course, inkjet is much wider because it's been used in many different industries for many years, and it's really starting to become very attractive way of producing, of course. I was wondering, do you have a lot of competition as a company?
A lot of, sorry?
I mean, do you have a lot of competitors, or are you pretty much alone in this field of the technology that you developed?
No, every year we have more competitors.
Okay.
Of course, that's also good for us and for everybody.
Okay. So that keeps
But
you on the toes to develop even better machines all the time, basically.
yes, we are updating everything. We don't stop upgrading the machines. Yes.
Okay. And where do you see the future? Is that still like I mean, one thing is, of course, that there will always be a need for it as long as you have inkjet, of course, right? And as a company, you will of course develop with the market. But I was just wondering, is it what are the main objectives if you look at a company? Is it speed? Is it quality? Is it level of cleaning?
Yes,
Or what is it the most important?
of course, the main business of our company is the cleaning printheads. So we are every time introducing new printheads from different markets. But I will say that our printers, we have new challenges, improving the quality of the printing. Also, we are focused in single pass machines, because we understand this for industries, for production. And I think that our new projects will be focused on improve the printing quality, because every day we receive new printheads with more resolution, and also we were and at the end we are hearing the requirements of the customers, and we adapt to them.
Okay. Sounds fantastic, Nestor. I can't. I look very much forward to meet you in person, and I look forward to see both you and your colleagues, and of course also the technology at the IST UV days. So I want to thank you very much for your time here with the INKISH. I think it was very interesting. I think it was a great learning for all of us. Sometimes it's like, it's like always when I was at the Seiko Open Week last year, it was fantastic for me because it opened I see the paper coming out of the machine. I see the print heads mounted on the printing machines, but all the things behind the scenes of the technology, sometimes I honestly didn't know, but this was really great. So I thank you very much for your time here, and see you soon, right?
Thank you, Morten. See you soon. Bye.